Hello, everybody, and welcome to That Real Texas Team podcast. I'm the host of the channel and the host of Curtis's podcast network, Curtis Brown. With me, as always, Ronnie, our one of the other huge Texans fans on this channel, and then our special guest for today, Charles James 2, the sequel, if you will. Charles, how you doing? Thanks for coming on, bro.
I'm doing good, man. Never better, man. Excited to talk with you guys.
Heck yeah. Ronnie, what you been up to? How you been?
I've been doing all right, man. Just work's kicking my butt, so just doing that.
It's how work be doing sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, folks, hit the like, subscribe button. We got a bunch of new stuff coming out all the time. And hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of that stuff. We're going to have a mock draft this evening. We're also going to go over a little bit of our team needs, and that's how we're going to do the mock draft. So, fellas, without any further ado, let's get into that. The Texans have had a pretty big free agency. Danielle Hunter coming over from the Vikings was a huge, huge move. What are the biggest glaring needs for this Houston Texans team? Who wants to go first?
Well, I wouldn't mind going first if you guys don't mind.
Go for it.
So for me, I would say right now, so here's the thing. You've added a great piece with Joe Mixon at running back. You already got Stroud. You know, Tank's going to be coming back from injury. Okay. Now we've seen Nico Collins do his thing, but I still think the receiver position needs to be addressed. So yeah. I'm big on Nico Collins. I think he's going to come in and do a great job again. I know we signed Noah Brown back. Like I said, Tank Dell's coming off injury. We know how that can go. Rehab process, that thing, you got to make sure you come back and be exactly the same guy that he is. I would like to have another productive, solid wideout over there that can complement Nico Collins. Now I know we got Mechie, and he's going to be good, but he's also younger, very inexperienced. He got some experience later on down the road. Yeah. But I would love to see that receiver position addressed. Now, on top of that, I'm not going to lie. I'd love, and this is one of my personal favorites, I'd love to have another safety. I like Quadre Diggs in free agency. I'd love to grab him. He's another guy. I mean, I don't know if we have the bank for Justin Simmons. That's another guy who we know who would be a great fit for the Texans. I just like the style of having those young, rangy, roaming safeties. I love it. You know what I mean? Justin is definitely one of those guys that's earned the spot that he has right now. I'm surprised that he got let go of Denver, that they let him go in Denver. And I just think just to add another piece to go with Stingley, man, Stingley's had quietly a great season last season. Oh, yeah. He didn't get as much recognition as I feel like he deserved, but he did get some. And I feel like stepping into this next year, he's going to have an even better year. So I would love to have somebody to compliment him too on the back end.
Okay. Ronnie?
I feel that maybe a little bit more depth, maybe one more running back, just, as another backup. I know we got, when we let him go. But yeah, I think another running back would be nice. And I agree with you, Charles, about the wide receivers. We could definitely use some more receivers. And me personally, I think some depth on the O-line would be nice.
Yep.
Especially with how it was this past year.
Mm-hmm.
It was just injuries left and right on really everywhere. So, just depth on the O-line would be nice to have.
Yeah. Good. So I got wide receiver, safety, O-line. Okay. Running back. So would you rank the team needs? I think we should throw interior defensive linemen in there.
Correct. Yep. That's another good one.
I think we got to have somebody to kind of build around. We brought in Danico Autry, who's 33. We got him on a 2-year deal, but eventually Father Time catches up with us all.
No doubt.
So we gotta bring in somebody.
Yep.
So what would you say? Like, where would we rank that? Wide receiver IDL, IDL wide receiver?
If I'm ranking it, I would say, and I like he said, like Ron said about O-line, definitely need an O-line. Oh, the trenches matters. I know it's not the most sexiest pick. We're always going to talk about the skill position, the corners, the safety, the receivers, the running backs. We're always going to talk about those guys, but the trenches matter. I think it was Harbaugh who was talking about it the other day when he was talking about how his Michigan team was based around the O-line, the D-line, and things like that. And that's one of those things that's kind of gotten away from this style of the game now in this, I feel like, generation, because it's just like nobody really cares about the O-line that much and the D-line that much, but it's the biggest part, and you see it when it comes to December, January football and getting to the big dance. Philly has always had a great O-line. Dallas has an extremely great O-line. So I would say it would go from, IDL to receiver and then the rest.
Okay. Ronnie, do you back that?
Yeah, I agree. Ideal, yeah. We need some younger guys for sure.
Copy that.
We have a lot of veterans to help those young guys develop and create that dynasty that we know we can be.
Yeah.
So I agree with the IDL and then receivers, O line, and so on and so forth.
Copy that. All right. Well, let's get it rocking and rolling then. All right. Can you guys see this?
I can.
All right. Sweet. All right. So we're here in the draft screen. We've got 42 as our first pick. We're going to go ahead and start the draft. This is assuming there's no trades.
Okay.
So we're going to start this thing. Okay. We are on the clock. So interior defensive lineman is our biggest need. Let's go ahead and here we go. Got Braden Fisk out of Florida State.
I like him.
Yeah. He's a real solid dude.
Sweat's nice from Texas. It's a couple places that we can go to. Yeah, Jenkins from Michigan is nice too.
Yeah, I was seeing Jenkins there. Is he related to the old Chris Jenkins?
The old Chris Jenkins? I'm not sure. I played with Chris Jenkins. I need to I haven't spoken to Chris Jenkins in years, but I think I still got his number. So I wonder if that's his son or something.
I saw that and I was like, there's no way that it's not. But okay. I know that the state of Texas would probably revolt if Tavondre Sweat was not taken by a Texas team.
For sure. No doubt.
But I think we might be able, based on the way everything's falling here, I think we might be able to wait on that, on him. Would you let's just see what we got wide receiver wise. I know it's supposed to be a pretty deep wide receiver class.
Definitely. Yep. I mean, hey, I know my boy is, Marvin Harrison is going to be gone. Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be gone. Malik Neighbors should be gone.
He's gone. It looks like we got Wilson, Pearsall.
I'm surprised Xavier Worthy is still up for grabs right now.
I'm not.
It's the speed that's going to get him drafted early if he gets drafted early.
Yeah. You got to have Ricky Pearsall is probably the most ready NFL wise, I would say. One of the most ready, I would say. That's on that list. I love McMillan, love Polk. Those receivers from Washington were really good, man. They had a three-headed monster. I wasn't surprised by what they did. Them two on Duze, they did wonders. Yeah.
Penix Jr. had him out there basically looking like a circus. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was wild.
Let's go Ricky Pearsall. I've seen a lot of him because I'm an SEC guy.
Who's your team?
My team is the Vols.
You're a volunteer, okay. I'm a Gator.
Okay, so we still got Braden Fisk up here as the number one rated player at 59.
Yeah.
I feel like that's pretty ridiculous. Here we go. All right. So do we go Sweat here,
Let's say
or do we go Fisk or Jenkins?
I mean we can't miss with either one of those. I feel like.
Okay.
All of them are physical, big up front.
Yeah.
So
I see the rank over here of 39, and I'm like, damn, that's high. Like, we
Right.
should probably get this for the value.
Right.
Yeah, let's do it. Florida State. We'll go back to back Florida people, Florida residents.
No
Brady
doubt.
Fisk. Oh, we're just doing the second round, I guess. Sick. Right on. Well, that's fun. Okay. Where are the grades at? Okay. I mean, I'm not
like
upset by this. I thought it would be all of them, but let's try that again.
Yeah, they could bring that
That
over.
was whack. We're just going to do the exact same thing and then get back to where we were. Because I'm a genius and didn't stand. All right. Okay, so he's gone this time, so we'll get Sweat this time.
Yeah, I like
All
Sweat.
right.
Sweat's a good.
Yeah, we went Sweat this time.
I wouldn't be mad with either one of those picks.
Yeah.
All right. Here we are, third round draft pick. Top of the board, we've got Blake Corum out of Michigan.
Love Blake. Think he's great. I love Blake. Small guy, represent for the small guy, first off. Short guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Blake's a smooth guy, man. Good dude, good guy, and can come into that role. You know, like I said, Joe Mixon's on what, year 8?
Yeah.
He'd be going into year 8. Blake Corum could fill in to be a 1-2 punch. That would be nice.
Okay. Ronnie, thoughts?
I think he'd be a good pick. I want to see what receivers we still have on the board. Because we're still looking for receivers. I think running backs we can wait until maybe the third or fourth round to start looking at running backs.
True.
Okay. We got Jerry's son, Brendan Rice.
Did we grab Ricky Pearsall already?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so we got Pearsall. We got Sweat. Okay.
I would take Brendan Rice.
Could be somebody to develop.
Son of the goat.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, would that literally be baby goat?
Could be. Depending on how he looks.
Imagine that's what he would be called. Interesting. You want to go? You want to double dip wide receiver right here?
I mean, it wouldn't necessarily hurt, but then here's my thing: is we won't want to get too young because we're already young. So we got Ricky Pearsall. We just drafted him. Okay, bam. So we got Nico, and then we just re-signed Noah. Noah's he's going in that veteran stage a little bit. But we got Tank. Tank is young too. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a really young room. But to his defense, you kind of don't want to have really too many older guys. So yeah, we could double dip with receiver.
Okay. I mean, to me, it's either Blake Corum or we go wide receiver.
I guess we could take a running back. I guess we could take Blake Corum.
What other running backs are out there if we don't take Blake?
We got Bucky Irving, Trey Benson, Ray Davis.
That's nice.
Marshawn Lloyd. I know Braylon Allen's kind of a bruiser. Will Shipley, we could probably get later.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't get Blake Corum, we miss out. Yeah, I mean, this is a toss up. You could go either way, realistically.
I guess
Yeah.
what's his name? Jalen Wright out of UT's already gone. He had a pretty fast 40, so I imagine if his draft stock is pretty high.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go Blake Corum. We're gonna grip it and rip it. I feel like we've got some options at wide receiver if we want to double dip later. Okay, here we are, round 4. Got a couple picks here. So we got corner, safety, offensive lineman, linebacker. So where would we like to go here? Let's see where we're at with the wide receivers.
Honestly, I think we're well. No, we could still use another receiver.
Oh, Luke McCaffrey.
Where? What? A wide receiver?
Yeah, Luke McCaffrey, Ed McCaffrey's son, Christian McCaffrey's brother.
Oh yeah, the Rice. I see him now. Oh, we're gonna get him later. We're gonna get All right, let's look at some interior offensive linemen here. Got a bunch of Michigan dudes, kind of telling a little bit about what Harbaugh's been all about. Looks like we are right in the range for Cooper Beebe out of Kansas State.
Okay.
Maybe let's see what else we got here.
What are our corners?
Brownlee, Smith Wade, Kalen Carson, Josh Newton, Kalen King. I've heard some stuff about. I know about Kamal Haddon. Charles, you know any of these names?
Yes, I do. Josh Newton from TTU is not bad.
Okay.
Scroll a little bit. I seen one name that was familiar. Johnny Dixon. That's what it was. Yep, Johnny Dixon and Josh Wallace. So both of them played pretty good this year. They're not. They're actually going to be right in that little range that they're at right now. But they both played good this year. I actually watched both of them when they played. So I watched Johnny Dixon when they played Ohio State. When they were talking about the whole Marvin Harrison Jr. thing. So he's pretty decent.
Okay.
Of course, all the other guys are already gone already. So like the cool. I mean, not the what's my guy? I can't remember what's the. My guy from Iowa's already gone right already.
Yeah. Cooper DeJean.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love him. I love him. I don't know what people are thinking. I love him.
And it's probably the skin pigment, but
he could be white all he want to. He'll start on my team all day long.
Yep.
When was the last time you had a white corner in the NFL?
Was it Seahorn?
You got to be Jason Seahorn. I don't remember having a
time.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Safeties.
Looking here at safety, Tyke Smith out of Georgia. James Williams out of Miami.
Miami, yeah, I know who that is. Yeah, I watched him last spring actually when I went down to the University of Miami with Ezra James. We went to watch University of Miami, and he's pretty solid. Works hard too.
Okay. So corner, safety, offensive lineman. What do you guys want to grab here? We've got 2 picks that are pretty close here.
Maybe we can go with a corner.
Yeah, we'll go with the corner.
Corner it is.
Maybe get some help with Derek and Steven Nelson.
Let's take a look at Josh Newton. All right. 23. 6, what was that? 6'2"? 6 foot, 190.
Yep.
Didn't play very well against Texas. I don't think most people do anymore.
Yeah.
Where's his like 40 and stuff? Anyway, how are you feeling about Josh Newton?
Josh Newton's not a bad pick.
Okay,
I like it.
rock and roll, Josh Newton, and then we're back on safety or offensive line.
I would
Let's look
say
at offensive line.
Let's take a look at Sir James. Played a lot in the slot this year. A lot in the box. Okay.
Miami's going to be a lot better college football team this year too.
I agree. They've been on the come up for the last couple of years.
Cam Moore is going to be a monster. That dude's a monster. Yeah, I like him as a player. I'm glad he was smart enough to not go in the draft this year. It's too loaded.
Yeah, this is a big class. Not opposed to James Williams in this spot.
Damn, Tyke played a lot.
Yeah,
Slot.
very much a slot guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely a slot guy.
5'10", 205, yeah. Okay. So that's James Williams is our option for safety. Let's look. You want to look at interior offensive line, or you want to look at tackles?
Well, I think we're good at tackle, right?
Yeah.
I think so. So ID or IOL. Looks like we
Let's
can
see.
wait a little bit. These guys are, well, I mean, probably the next time we pick, Hunter would be the next available person.
I mean,
But,
we still have. Let's see. We got rid of Michael Dieter, right? We traded
Yep.
him off.
Yeah.
Well,
So
yeah.
He was a right guard or a center.
Yeah, kind of both. A tweener.
Yeah.
So maybe we can look at guards. A little bit of depth on that.
Yeah.
Zach Zenter out of Michigan.
Michigan whole O-line was good.
Yeah, I mean these grades are solid.
Yeah,
Really,
Like Michigan
really a
O-line.
solid year.
If I'm any coach, I'm getting my O-line from the Big Ten.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
the Michigans, the Wisconsins, the Ohio States, grab my O-line from there.
Absolutely. They just feed them different or something.
Man, who you telling, dude? Like, I see them, dude. That's why, man. Look, Michigan, the O-line, like, that's why McCarthy was able to do what he did. You know what I mean? As long as they put him in a decent, he can play. That kid can play. But what people don't understand is the translation to the game is they expect every quarterback to go out there and be able to elude in the pocket and go be this special thing and not have an O-line. Like, you can't just get basic ass O-linemen and put them in there and expect, people to, like, it's just like when Burrow was getting the fuck knocked out of him. Like, you can't just do that. That's why when Brady was that guy, they put great O-linemen around Brady. You know what I mean? Things like that. They knew he wasn't able to elude the pocket. They knew he couldn't run and things like that. He was a good mover in the pocket, but he's not going to scramble and do all this other extra stuff. So they had to make sure we had a good O-line.
Yeah.
But that's why I say, like, it's Harbaugh did it right. I got a quarterback. I'm not asking him to be Patrick Mahomes. I'm not asking him to throw me in the game. I'm asking him to control the game, manage it. Don't make mistakes. Work with your O-line. We're going to run the ball. I'm going to get 4 or 5 yards of pop, and then I can pass it. Stroud, the great thing about him is if you build an O-line, he's going to be even double how good he is.
Yeah.
Because he can do all those things and make throws with okay O-line play.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of pressures that we had on him last year, just in the first half of the season, was insane.
Yep.
And the fact that he was making those throws that he made and, able to elude a lot of those sacks was, I mean, he's just built different.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, look, let's go Zach Zenter here.
Yep.
He wouldn't be here by our next pick, so it's a reach, but we're taking what we need. Zach Zenter, 6'6", 322. He's got he's a monster. He's gonna fill in if in the event Shaq Mason or Kenyon Green are not healthy.
Yeah. We moved Juice to center, right?
Do you want to?
We moved Juice to center, right?
He was a center in the draft, and we only had him playing guard because of injuries.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he did pretty damn good at guard.
Agreed.
Damn, Luke McKenzie. Okay.
All right. So we could go linebacker here. I don't know that we've gone safety yet. I don't think
We got
have.
a linebacker.
We gonna check. All right, here we go. All right, we're at pick 188. This guy's going around 200. Jalen Ford out of Texas. Hopper out of Missouri. I know a little bit about. Their defense was pretty solid at times last year.
They're going to be a good team this year, even better than last year. Yeah, I think they had Georgia on the ropes.
Yeah.
They had Georgia on the ropes. I think Missouri lost 2 games this year? I'm not gonna lie. That's a tough. That's not the old Missouri from the old Missouri that used to get their ass kicked all the time like Vanderbilt. No, that's a different Missouri.
Yep.
Yeah,
they beat up on Tennessee pretty bad last year. I think it was like 32-7 or something.
You know who I do like? I like Tennessee's quarterback. Was that Milton?
Yeah, Milton. He could throw a football out of.
Dude he got a cannon.
Like, watch the Virginia game that we opened the season with. He throws a ball about 80 yards and still overthrows the guy.
Yeah.
That was his biggest issue. It's like he could throw you open, but there's still a chance he's going to overthrow you.
Right.
Steel Chambers. I know that D'Amico's an SEC guy, and I know he's an Alabama guy. It's unfortunate.
Definitely an Alabama guy.
Don't see any Alabama backers here, but
I'd be surprised if there were.
Well, true. Let's take a look at Jalen Ford, see what we're cooking with. Maybe we get a safety in the next round, or take a look here, and then we'll go safety. 6'3", 242. That's a big dude. I feel like the linebacker position's gotten a little smaller as of late. Like, I don't feel like we've got, Ray Lewis's and Brian Urlacher rolling around here anymore. It's, like Christian Harris is like 6'1". Brian Urlacher was like 6'5".
Brian Urlacher was that guy. We used to do a podcast. What it was, me, I think Josina Anderson, Brian Urlacher. There was a couple of us. Yeah, Brian Urlacher's a legend. Love him.
Yeah, he is. And he was one of the few non-Texans players I had the jersey of.
Yeah, he was one of my favorites. Back in that time, that's when football was football. Him and Ray Lewis and the rest of the guys. And 5'4".
I think my favorite defense of all time was the Legion of Boom with the Seahawks.
Yeah.
That defense was just insane.
I just love that 2000 Ravens defense, man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Peter Boulware, Chris McAllister, Ray Lewis, just the guys, man. Like, that fucking defense was it was
stacked.
That defense was too stacked, man.
All right, so this is our safety selections. Dejon, Anthony, Omar Brown, Trey Taylor. Anybody recognize any of these names?
No.
Nah, me either. This is a little bit closer to where we're at. I'm going to go DeJohn Anthony, and he's from Mississippi. So then we got our 7th round draft pick, and we'll wrap this thing up. Man. We're going to draft a linebacker next.
Where's that linebacker? He's the fast one. Well, he's gone already. I know he's already gone. I can't wait to see where he goes, though. The linebacker, he's thinking with the NC State, man. I can't remember the dude's name.
Oh,
something, is it Watson? Something Watson or something like that. I can't remember this.
I can't remember either.
He's nice, though. Wilson. Something Wilson, I think.
You got Tua's little brother right here.
I think it's Peyton Wilson.
I think Trey Knox is Dawson Knox's brother.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. All right.
Frank Gore's son.
Yeah, Frank Gore Jr.
What if he's still on the board?
I saw him not too long ago, but I think he's gone. Eugene Asante out of Auburn. Trevin Wallace out of Kentucky. Kind of age we getting at you, bud? No age. Okay. 6'2", 241.
He's just not born yet.
Phenomenal game against the Gators.
Yep, definitely.
Definitely his best game. Played a
Not
little
too
bit
bad.
It's not too bad. I mean, he's got some room to grow.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go. Unless anybody wants me to check out any other names, Asante, we'll click him.
Yeah.
Six one 222. Kind of a slender guy. Pretty solid game against Cal and Mississippi State. Did you guys watch that Auburn-Cal game? It was one of the later games. It was, God bless, that was the most defensive college football game I've seen in a while.
I think I did see that. I think I did see that. I think I saw a piece of it.
Yeah, it was. I remember watching it being like, is anyone going to do anything?
Right.
Yeah.
I need to go to college.
Pass rusher is looking kind of like what he brings to the table. He's got some athleticism. Let's just go Wallace. He kind of fits what we need a little bit better. Somebody who could be inside, kind of shore up run defense. Any objections?
Nah.
All right, we run it. And that's the draft. I think we crushed it. Now this draft is about to grade it, and it's going to be like F, but whatever. PSF, they're on one.
It's going to be like our last 3 picks that just totally fucks us.
Right.
Actually.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Not that bad.
Okay.
They were not a huge fan of center, but whatever. I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll definitely take that.
Love the Ricky Pearsall and the Blake Corum grade. Love those two.
Oh yeah, yeah. And Sweat is just a monster. That dude, isn't he like 350 or something?
Something like that.
Yep.
The big
he's huge. Gonna eat up blocks. That's what I want.
Yep.
He's gonna be hard to move.
That was our 7-round mock draft. No trades. Drafting by need only. So, boys, I want to thank you for taking part in that. How are we feeling? If the Texans made those picks, are we feeling that they're a better team after the draft?
Definitely a better team, man. I think, Ricky Pearsall, getting Blake Corum to add a 1-2 punch to that thing, a more explosive, dynamic offense than what it already is, and a couple more picks, man. I think we're in the game, man. I think this season is going to be, it's going to be hard to top, but this season is going to be better than last season. No doubt.
Yeah, and they'll have a little bit tougher of a road with the strength of schedule being a little different.
Yep.
But I
We're
think we've got the leadership and the players in place to kind of push through those. I mean, we beat teams last year we weren't supposed to beat.
Yep.
And we also
Cincinnati
lost
Bengals.
that were supposed to be blowouts, but
Yep.
we're not going to talk about that.
That's the NFL.
No doubt. Yeah.
Upsets happen.
Well, I think we're at a good stopping point. Charles, I want to go ahead and thank you for your time again, bro. Huge that you came on. If you got anything you need to plug, go ahead and throw it out now.
Hey, man. First and foremost, I want to appreciate you guys for having me on. I love talking football, especially Texans football. It's like my second home. Place to show me the most love. So shout out to the whole Houston Texans organization, fan base, everybody out there. Shout out to my man Andre Johnson for getting into the Hall of Fame. We celebrating him next weekend on April 7th in Houston.
Nice.
Everybody will be in Canton too. A lot of Miami boys and a lot of guys from Houston. But if you're ever in Atlanta or if you're in Miami, so I have a clothing store. With my business partner Edrin James, the Cool with an Edge. We got that clothing store here in Atlanta. We got one in Miami. Got restaurant opening soon. We got the strip club out here, man.
Hey.
Hey, man, if you ever at Onyx, man, in Atlanta, Georgia, man, just ask for me. I got you.
Right.
But deuceslocker.com. I've still got my socks going, man. So I've been doing that for since 2015. So I've been doing my sock line for about 9 years, 10 years, almost a decade. So deuceslocker.com. You can still get shirts and you can get socks from over there. Preferably the socks. I know everybody still loves those. So appreciate everybody who gives me the support from Houston, man. I love that place. That city's incredible.
Yes, sir. Now I'm in Nashville. I just went to Houston for the first time for one of my co-hosts. He's actually the host of my Colts channel. He's
Nice.
he lives in Houston. He got married, and we had everybody on the channel went down and we celebrated for his wedding. It was a big time. But we do go down to Atlanta every now and then. So if I'm down there, I'll hit you up.
Man, if you're ever in Atlanta, hit me up, man. Make sure you have a good time. We have a drink. I make sure you get some good clothes, man, things like that, man, and hook you up, plug you in, man. It's all good.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead and send some my way.
Man, I got you, big dog. I got you, big dog. Don't even worry about it. Afterwards we tap in, I'll make sure you get some stuff, man. Get you some gear, things like that, man. I'm just living a retired life. I'm gonna coach. I'm gonna coach some 8th graders this fall.
There you go.
I'm out here, man. So just to stay in it a little bit. Not really. I don't want to get into the world of sports. I mean, the world of football right now, and with the whole NIL and college and all that stuff. I was going to go that route. I had a couple offers that way, but I told them no, thank you, man. I'd rather stay where it's genuine at. I love the kids who still just have the love for the game, just for the game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Solid point. It's also good to hear that you're, getting other kids ready for the football life. And
oh yeah, no
there's
doubt.
nothing better than a former player coming back and coaching.
Yeah.
Got to teach them right.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
Ronnie, I want to appreciate you for coming on, brother. We're gonna be keep rocking and rolling. But as for the show, folks, thanks for watching. Hit the like, subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Y'all be good people.
All right. See y'all.
Peace.